Oh, hi. Am I in an Ariana Grande music video or am I at Rams training camp? Let's go. We're here. I'm exhausted already. No, I'm not, because I have to keep my energy up for 19 camps in like 4 days. I don't know the math, but it's going to be so fun. We are here in Los Angeles kicking it off with Super Bowl champion Sean McVay, who's going to stop by and sit down. I saw Puka out there, Cooper Kupp's out there. I know a sleeper wide receiver you need to know and keep your eye on as well. Chopping it up with Les Snead. I think we're going to try to get Kyren Williams on the show, and I have not yet seen Tre'Davious White, new addition, All-Pro. I can't wait. Let's go. Up and Los Angeles Rams sold out training camp practice. So many fans. At one point, I couldn't even hear myself think. I felt like I was in a playoff atmosphere. And of course, the Rams went on a bit of a run and they got stopped short by the Lions, their week one opponent. So there's a lot of storylines here, Stafford being the main one. I talked to Les Snead, stood by him, watched some of camp earlier, and he was telling me that, let me see, what can I tell you guys that he told me? He said that the tight end group is one that he keep your eyes on. Obviously, Higbee's on PUP, so he can't go, but the rest of the guys are looking awesome. So I would look to see some tight end action, even in that week one matchup and bout and rematch against the Lions. I can't wait to talk to Sean McVay. He's going to stop by and be on the show. I hear he's sleeping 7 hours. I called BS on that, so we'll get into some of those things. Tre'Davious White, the new addition. And I keep thinking, what a young team. I'm so used to the Von Miller, Weddle, Whitworth, some OGs on the squad. They just don't exist. So who are the young cats? How does a guy like Stafford relate to them? And Stafford, of course, is the news, right? It's him wanting to adjust his contract, him getting what he wanted, all in time for training camp. And I'll say this, and I'll ask everybody too. You know, the fact that he shows up is unbelievable. The fact that he shows up to voluntary stuff throughout the offseason, knowing that he wants more guarantee, but even just what does he really want? Is it about money? We all know Stafford's made $1 bajillion. To me, it's not about that. And I don't even have to talk to Matthew to sort of, assume this. He wants to be a Ram. He wants to be in Los Angeles. Him wanting the adjustment is sort of his strategy to stay a Ram beyond this year. And it got me thinking, and I just want to say to Matthew Stafford, like, I'm sorry, because I've tried retiring you for 3 years, and you might be in your prime at the age of 36, healthy, fighting, wanting another ring, and you got to think why, and you got to think it's to shore up and solidify and sort of cement the Hall of Fame case for one Matthew Stafford, who has the respective teammates like I've never seen before. So whether it's the Calvin Johnsons I talked to, the Nate Burlesons, these guys out here like Cooper Kupp or new additions, or younger guys like Puka Nacua, these guys are so confident in Matthew Stafford, even before the ring, after the ring, and on his bid and journey for a second one. He's here. Everybody's happy. I got to say, NFC West, watch out for the Rams. This, of course, stop number 1 on our Up and Adams schedule. We will be in New England. Love that. Foxborough, Patriot Place. We're headed to Philly. The Jets, as you see, we're visiting the Panthers. Can't wait. I think Luke Kuechly might stop by for that one. Texans, the Giants made their way. Where are the Broncos? We're trying to squeeze in the Broncos somewhere, but it'll be so fun. And now we will welcome our very first guest. Rams camp head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach Sean McVay with me here. This is your 8th camp. When I say that, what even happens in your mind?
It feels sometimes like it, and then, with this group, Kay, it's a fun group to be around, and so I think there's been a lot of learning lessons over the previous 7 years, and I'm excited. I really like this group. It's a good blend of a lot of youth, some veterans that really lead the way, and so far so good. We've had some unfortunate injuries, but we're excited.
32-year-old veterans. I feel like the staple of your Rams teams have been the Von Millers, the Whitworths, the Weddle, that veteran presence. Who is that in this group?
Well, certainly Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp being here. Even Tyler Higbee not being out here kind of leads in his own way. Rob Havenstein. These guys have been here for all 7 years that I've been here, going into year 8 together. And then on defense, you look at it, you get a Tre'Davious White who's got a great way about himself. Kobe Turner is ready to ascend into a leadership role. Ernest Jones has a really good feel for what's going on, and I'm really excited about Quentin Lake and the leadership he provides.
You're such an easy interview because this has come so naturally to you. How?
I just study all the time. So, no, but you know what? In all seriousness, I'm excited about a lot of these guys. And I think there has been a pretty disciplined approach to find the kind of people that we really want. And when you get a chance to go into year 8 and you identify what are the things that have really worked out, what are the types of players, not only physically, but also mentally, that really play the way that we want to, that's been a helpful thing, and hopefully we'll continue to identify that as we go.
You threw the ball a little less last year. Is that going to continue this year? You want a more balanced thing? What are we looking at?
I thought we were at our best when we were balanced. Kyren Williams, when you look at when he played K and when he didn't, our offense was significant. Obviously, things go through number 9. It's great to be able to have his situation wrapped up. But I do think any great offense I've ever been a part of can run and throw the football. We obviously made a commitment to our offensive line, signing 2 guards. Steve is ready to move inside to the center position, and he's done a great job up to this point.
You have Stafford. It's being figured out, whatever. All the reports say, you guys started talking, trying to get to this place way back in March. But he showed up.
He did.
He showed up to voluntary stuff. He showed up when he had to. He showed up to the first day camp. If I'm him, Sean, I'm saying I'm milking this thing for at least a week. I'm an OG.
Well, I'm glad that you're not him then.
I don't want to do that. What does it mean to you? What does it say about him?
Well, I think he loves football, and he knows, Kay, how important it is for him to be here. I mean, there's such a belief that his teammates have in him, his coaches. He truly is an extension of the coaching staff, and he loves it. I mean, it's his 16th year, but this guy has a joy with the way that he plays. There is a business side element, but what I appreciated is there's a big picture understanding. Mm-hmm. We were able to get that figured out, and to do that where it doesn't take away from our preparation, it really means a lot, and I think it's a real credit to Matthew.
8th camp, what does 38-year-old Sean McVay say to the one that was leading his first camp in 2017?
Well, I think the good thing that you want to remind yourself of is, you got to take care of yourself to be the leader that you want. You were laughing about my sleep habits before here. But I have been more disciplined, even though my little guy has my sleep habits when I was younger. He's waking up, but his mom's doing a great job of being able to take care of that.
Shout out.
But it is, I'll tell you what, I realize when so much of your job is about interacting, having patience, being sharp here, getting 7 hours of sleep. Now, do I always do that? No, but I can say up to this point I've been a little bit more disciplined. Hopefully week 8 I'll be able to say the same thing.
Are you sleeping 7 hours a night a couple times a week?
Yeah, oh yeah, I am.
Really?
And I notice a difference because I don't really have the energy that I used to, but it's also like, all right, are you able to be the person that you want to be, to have the patience, to have the emotional control? And if you ask these things of your players, you better be demonstrating it. And when I reflect back on the 7 years, there was an accumulation of, man, sometimes I wouldn't want to be around me with the way that lack of sleep catches up to you. And hopefully we can maintain this.
And you've got little Jordan, 9 months old. What did Jordan Reed think when you told him you were naming your kid after him?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Michael Jordan, as my wife loved the name, but the real truth is I've always been such a Michael Jordan fan. His middle name is John, after my grandpa, John McVay. And so I thought I would call him JJ, but we call him Jordan, and he's an alert little guy. He's happy, and it's a real credit to his mom. And the more that he looks like her, the better shape we'll be in.
And shout out to her for getting up with that beautiful 9-month-old Jordan. Do you feel that?
Feel what?
Do you feel the hole left with Aaron Donald gone? Are you feeling that?
Oh, you know what? I kind of knew this was coming, and you never. What I try to do is say, what an amazing opportunity to work with him for 7 years. And I am excited about the guys that we've brought in here. Kobe Turner going into his 2nd year. You bring in a Braden
9
Fisk.
sacks. Is he that guy, though, to fill that hole?
I think he's really good. Now, to fill the hole, I think he's that guy to be a really good football player, to be a leader on this team, and to do it his way. I don't want anybody to try to be Aaron Donald. That's not fair to ask of anybody. But I think Kobe Turner's a really special player. I think Bobby Brown's ready to take the next step. I've been really pleased with Braden Fisk through the first couple days. I think we've got some guys on the edges that are ready to take those next steps. Byron Young, Jared Verse is a stud. And I'm excited to see how our defense comes together. It's not going to ever look the same as what 99 did, but we can still be a really good defense with 11 playing as one. Chris Shule has done a great job leading the way, and so long way to go, but what a blessing it was to work with that guy.
You and Shula talk about Dom's record? You ever talk about, is that what your goal is?
Oh, I don't know.
I did
about
the math
that.
this morning,
Yeah.
Sean. It's like you have to win 10 games a year on average for the next 30, and you've got Shula covered.
Oh, that sounds outstanding right there. I'll be not stressed at all. It really is unbelievable when you think about that.
crazy.
And he's so humble. He doesn't really, I got a chance to be around him a little bit before he passed, and he comes from a football family. His grandfather always poured into him. His dad was a head coach of the Bengals when he was 32 years old, and what a huge amount of wisdom that family has. And he's one of my best friends, but he's earned this job because of what a great coach he is. And I think if you talk to the players, the coaches, there's such a belief because of how steady and secure he is in himself, and I think he's going to do a great job for us.
You're sleeping 7 hours mostly.
Mostly.
You're
You don't
dreaming,
believe it,
what
do
is-
you?
I absolutely. You're so full of shit. There's no way you're sleeping 7 hours
I am.
a night.
I am.
Really?
All right.
I'm happy for you. I'm jealous and proud. What's the play, the moment in your last game of the season that you want back? What's the one that you dream about most?
Oh, man, I think some of those red zone sequences, wishing that we could finish against Detroit last year, but sometimes if you use that the right way, not to live in the past, but to be able to learn and apply it in the future. But there was some opportunities, some decision making. I think some of the red zone sequencing against Detroit that I think would have maybe given us a chance to advance. Maybe not punting it away, going for it on a 4th down. So you always try to apply that and hopefully not make the same mistakes. But we're excited about building this thing, and Sunday Night Football will be here before we know it.
Were you and Stan Kroenke and artists back there? Were you all politicking to get that over with week 1? Give me those Lions.
No, I think the league ended up wanting that one. And so when they said it, we're excited to be able to play in those types of settings. Anytime you get a chance to play on primetime, that means that at least the schedule makers think you got a chance to be a good team. But every year is a new year. You got to go earn it. But we're excited about that opportunity.
What's the word? Is it excited? You've said it a million. Is excited
I'm
the
always
word for
excited.
2024?
You know what I think it is? I
What?
said I'm appreciative of the building process. There is one thing over the 7 years, you get up there and you say every year's a new year, but do you really believe it? Well, when you get a chance to go through a team that finishes the job, wins a Super Bowl, and you come back the next year and you have a humbling experience where you don't do a really good job as a leader, you say, you're damn right, you better believe that. Last year, I don't think anybody thought our team would be worth a shit, and nobody believed that in our building. And even when we were 3-6, the thing I love the most about that group is they stayed steady, Kay.
Let's go.
And I love that. And so we're going to do that same
Are you
thing.
overlooked still, you think, going into this year?
I don't really care. I think that we've got to earn it, whatever people say. I'm glad that people care because it makes the NFL relevant, but all these opinions don't mean anything until that ball's kicked off.
You're going to win another freaking Super Bowl, aren't you?
We'll see.
Is this going to happen again?
We shall see. We shall see.
I thought
You
this
gotta
was a
earn it.
one and done all in year, and then we were just going to rebuild for the next 10.
No, we're ready to
and you
roll
were just,
again.
remember that story about you retiring? Where did that go?
It's gone.
It's
You know what though? It really shows you though how misguided I was, because that's a really cool thing. I like what you guys do, but I really love this coaching thing and pouring into guys, being around the players and the coaches, and so
misguided.
I do feel like I'm a young coach again, even though there's been an accumulation of 7 years on me.
I mean, do you feel responsible for Belichick not having a job because you were this little whiz kid that came in and just?
No, how does he feel for embarrassing me and scoring a whopping 3 points in the Super Bowl? So
do you think? Here's what can I tell you my idea?
Yeah.
I think Shanahan offered him that job just to piss you off. What do you think?
You really think that's funny, okay? I
don't
think
think
Bill
that's
knows
funny?
what a great.
You two are
I
so
love
good.
Kyle. There's a lot of respect, but I think he's got bigger things to worry about than pissing me off.
You seem pissed off, and you seem excited, and everybody better be afraid of the Rams this year, Sean.
There we
Thank
go.
you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kay.
Okay, here with Kyren Williams, and I got to tell you, first things first, we had Mr. Coach McVay here, and I'm exhausted from our interview. He is so high energy. He is so, vibrant. Do you ever get exhausted from him? He's insane.
No, I actually hope I can do the same thing for you, because I like to think of myself as being high energy, vibrant, and so I hope I don't wear you out. So
No.
here we go.
He loves you, and he should. I need to get the numbers right, because they're so good. 1,000 rushing yards for the first time in your career. You had 12 rushing touchdowns, and you are on the top 100 list, which I'm sure you think is amazing because you're voted by your peers. How do you
Right.
feel?
It was definitely it's a blessing. Coming from my rookie year where I was even noticed, coming to last year where I had to work for everything I'm at now, and so being able to get that recognition from the players around the league and the people that I played, the people that I used to look up to when I was younger, before I got to the league, so it's a blessing. So I'm super excited. Puka! No, I was super excited to see that, but I'm not satisfied at 78.
Yeah.
I want to be higher. I want to be up there with, the guys.
Let's
the
go.
Guys. So I'm going to keep working for that.
One of your guys just ran by, Puka Nacua. I mean,
he's definitely top 10.
He's so famous now.
Yes.
I remember I was at a soccer match, and people were lining up to take selfies with him. How are you keeping him grounded?
Oh, he's just a humble guy already himself. He came into that position ready to work, and he hasn't changed since the day he got here. So I'm excited for the future he has. But you see how much love he gets out here. It's so cool to see that the people love him, and he loves him just as much. I'm talking about Puka. And he loves them just as much as they love him. So it's great to see that he interacts with them and makes all the fans' day.
Can we talk about just how the vibes are so high? And I don't know if this is every day
Rams
or
house, baby.
This was sold out. Rams crowd. You grew up in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You grew up watching these Rams sort of not have the success that they're having right now. What is this like, this moment right now with these fans screaming your name?
It's literal full circle. Like I said, last year it wasn't like this. Last year not many people did know my name. But even to go even more full circle, I remember being a kid in St. Louis, standing at those gates, watching a practice, watching the Rams training camp, and now I'm participating in it and they're screaming my name. It's a full circle moment. It's a blessing for sure.
Coach McVay is singing your praises.
I appreciate that.
What do you feel like the strongest part of your game is going to be after you had this breakout season? What are you working towards?
It's just building on what I did, and just being able to show I'm more of a versatile runner. I think a lot of people think I'm a downhill, trying to run you over type of guy. I'm not. I'm going to do that when I have to do that, but now I'm going to try to make you miss. I'm trying to break them ankles. I want all of that, and so I'm going for that this year. I'm going for them explosive runs, get to the third level, and make things happen.
Well, to do that, you have to be 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So how are you feeling?
123%.
Okay, a lot of concern that it's the same injury you've had before, and what can you tell me about your confidence level in getting back?
Oh, I'm super excited. I'm back. I'm healthy. I'm exactly where I need to be, where I need to be at this time, and I'm excited for the rest of the camp that we have into the preseason, into the season. I got great confidence in my body. I got great confidence that it's gonna do what it has to do to finish this year strong.
What's your relationship with the word timeshare? Because I know we have a new guy in town. They might want to split the carries. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to help us out as an offense, not just put it all on one person, not just put it all on, I wouldn't say put it all on me, but not to just rely on one person. We're able to show how versatile of the running backs we are. We can do a lot of different things. Allow me to get in the pass game, allow Blake to get downhill, allow Blake to do what he has to do, what he brings to the game, because he's a great player, great runner. And so being able to, be with a guy like that is allow both of us to feed off each other. And I'm excited what we have to do.
This is a young team.
Yeah.
Really young team. Who do you go to when you need a question answered about the league, about something? Who do you go to?
That is crazy you say that, because it's my third year, but I feel like I've been here a long time. I have to see a lot of young guys around me, but I go to the guys like Coop, like guys like Matthew,
Yeah.
the guys who've been here, Ernest, the guys who have been in here, who have seen the position, who've seen how the NFL works, and I'm slowly just learning on myself, honestly. Like I like to, I'm a self-learner, I'm an observer, and so that's how I learn. I learn just by sitting back and watching. And so my 3 years that I've been in the NFL, I've been able to learn a lot just off what I've been able to see.
I'm happy Matthew's here. I'm sure you are too.
You and I both.
I'm sure you saw the CJ Stroud bite, right, where he's
Yeah, he's a
talking
dog.
about that's
He is
who
a
he
dog.
watches.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
he watches Mahomes, but he watches Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
I always hear players say that they love Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
They love how he plays. Why do you think he gets that love, knowing him as well as you do now?
Good. I mean, he's been doing it since a long time. I remember going. I don't mean the fan guy, but I remember going to my grandma's house Thanksgiving, watching Matthew Stafford play and throwing to Calvin Johnson, and so just being able to see him from there and then be able to play with him, I can see it. I see why people fall in love with him. I see why young quarterbacks want to watch him, because he's a literal dog. He can make all angle throws. He can throw the ball anywhere on the field, and then he's also. You think you got him down, he's gonna get right back up and show you why he's not down. And then look at the Colts game. He's limping, but he goes throw the game winning. That's that's like Jordan moment. Like that's a moment you won't ever forget.
It's also not that he can make the throws, but that he has the balls to
do it.
Yeah.
How much? And then complete it.
Talk to me about that. I think because when I'm watching, it's like if I'm a player, if I'm a Cup, if I'm a U, I'm like he's always going to give me a chance to make a play.
1,000%.
And that makes him stand apart, I think, from other quarterbacks.
1,000%. And that's what when I first got to the league, I noticed, because I wouldn't say I've never been around I've been around good quarterbacks. Yeah. But I see what a great quarterback looks like. When I got to the league, I just remember watching practice because, I wasn't really much in there. So I'm observing, like I said. And I just see, I'm like, dang, how did he make that throw? Or just be like, jaw-dropping throws. I'd be like, okay, that's what a great quarterback looks like. That is Matthew Stafford. And so being able to see that firsthand and firsthand encounter, it was really cool. And I see why he carries that around with him.
Is he he's like an OG, but he's not? You know, I wanted to apologize to him if we saw him here because I've been retiring him for 2 years.
Nah, don't do that.
When he won that Super Bowl, I was like, okay, is he? I would ask Eric Weddle, I would ask Andrew Whitworth, like, is he done? Is he coming back? Why would he? You know, he could just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
But now I'm here, and I'm thinking, is this man in his prime right now at 36?
I think he's always been in his prime. I think he might be like fine wine, you know. He just ages. I mean, as time goes on, he just keeps getting better. But no, I don't know. If you ask me, I think he's always been like that, you know.
Yeah.
So just being able to be with him though and then seeing that he's not satisfied, like everything he's done in the career, everything that he has done, like it allows me to push myself even harder. Because I see a guy like Matthew Stafford going out here every single day, working as hard as anybody else, telling us to hustle on the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why wouldn't I? And so just being able to have that guy around and being able to follow his lead is a blessing. And I'm learning every single day from him.
What do you mean he's not satisfied? He has it all.
Yeah, but he's still out here playing. So he's
I know,
obvious.
so
There's
why?
something he's still
There's
chasing,
something.
and he's not telling me.
Ring
he's not
number
telling
2
you.
for the Hall of Fame.
Hey, we're
maybe.
going to get that. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
we'd
Hall
love
of
to
Fame.
see
I
it.
think he already got that.
Is your mom here?
No, she's not here.
Why not?
She's in Florida right now. She's
I
on
thought she was going to be making all the noise out here in the crowd.
She probably would. No, if she was here, you would hear her. She would be here. She would be right here.
She'd be in the back asking
Literally.
questions.
Yeah.
What would she want me to ask you?
Ooh.
What would your mom want me to ask you about?
I don't know how my day was. She don't really ask too much. She
day was.
She don't really ask too much. She don't like to get much involved in football. She always taught me to be humble and not to identify myself as a football player. She's been telling me since I was a youngin'. So,
Kyren, so we'll leave it there. How was your day out here today?
it was great. It was fun. If I'm able to wake up playing football in the NFL every single day, I'm gonna have a great day every day.
I just have this. I
it's
just
a
have this
blessing.
feeling about this team. Your
Yeah.
coach was saying y'all were underrated and overlooked. All
And that's the
last
best
year.
way to be.
Yeah.
The underdogs on top.
Lions.
Like it or love it.
Lions week 1.
Lions week 1. It's
What
like
do you think?
We're gonna start it off like a playoff game. Why not? Why not start the season off like we're gonna end it? You know. So I'm excited for it. Excited to go back to where we should have won. Go back to go back to the Lions, go back to Detroit, and just play the game of football that we know how to play. We're not doing anything extra. We're not living up to the hype. Nah, we're just going to go apply the pressure that we always do.
What do you miss about Aaron Donald? Last question.
Dominance, and then being able to be a running back and having someone like him chasing you, it's making me better. So I miss being able to have to make those quick and sudden cuts when he's in the backfield untouched. But I'm hoping he's enjoying retirement. And AD, if you see this when we in the second round of the playoffs, dog, come on, come on.
Open arms.
Yeah, open arms.
You think he's staying in shape?
Yeah, he probably working out.
Does he need to stay in shape? Is he the kind of person who can just?
I don't think he's built like that.
Yeah.
He might physically not be the workout, but mentally he's not that type. He's probably got to get it in every day.
So you're
somehow,
saying in the
some way.
playoffs, you're calling your shot here. Welcome back, AD. Come on,
99.
You're the best.
Get you two.
Coming to I don't know, top. Let's say what's the next year? Let's do top 30. Let's do top 30 on the NFL 100 list. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess. I'll take that, maybe.
You'll
I don't
take
even
that,
know if I
maybe.
take that.
Wow, you want top 10?
I'm going for it all.
You're going for it all.
I need it all.
That's why everyone should be scared of this team. We'll be back. Here with All-Pro Tre'Davious White. I guess we're not in Buffalo anymore, huh?
No, if you look
Just
around,
use this.
if you can look around, you can tell we're not. You can tell we're not, right?
What do you make of this camp? These vibes? I could not believe how high energy the fans were. The players after practice jumping around like they just
Yeah.
won a playoff game.
I mean, it's been great. Everybody's been welcoming. The transition's been great. I would say like the coaching staff, the energy Coach McVay brings, just the energy of the young guys in the room. I joke with the young guys in the room a lot because it's sort of different now that I'm kind of the older guy in the room.
It's crazy.
So I'm so used to having Jordan Poirier and Micah Hyde, those guys year 12. It's like big brothers. So now I'm taking on a different role, and I feel like I'm well equipped for it. Those guys, kind of laid down a blueprint. So whenever that turn in my career comes, I'll be ready for it. So I feel like I'm pretty much ready for it. Those young guys in the room, they kind of rejuvenated me when I got here. So as much as they want to learn from me, I want to learn from them too.
What are you doing for them if they're rejuvenating you? What are they giving? What are you doing for them?
It's just what I'm doing is giving them my expertise on what I see, how I would do some things. But whenever I speak, I can just tell, like, everybody's just like, wide eyes are always open. So I that's something that I cherish. That's something that I don't take lightly either, because I know that with the groundwork that I've laid in my career, a lot of guys have watched me over the course of my career. So it's something that I don't take lightly. And whenever a young guy asking for advice or something like that, I'm giving them all I have.
You're the second oldest guy on defense on this team.
Don't say that again.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, what does it mean for you? What is the new role? Because I got to tell you, I talked to your coach, and I said, these Rams teams, I'm used to seeing a veteran, Eric Weddle, even a Whitworth. I guess Stafford's that, but who's going to step up? And you're one of the names he mentioned.
I mean, that's great coming from him. Coach McVay, since I've been here, I would say just a great leader. The way he commands the room, the way he motivates the team, and the way he loves the team and loves the players. As far as keep holding them accountable, but loving them also, that's a big deal, especially when you have a young team. Mm-hmm. You don't want to kind of have the young guys shell shocked before they can even get their feet wet. And he does a great job of coaching young guys up hard, but loving them also. So I think that with Coach McVay putting that tag on me as a guy that he's looking to as to be a leader for a team, it's something that I'm going to cherish. Like I said, it's something that I'm not going to take lightly. For a guy of his stature to look at me in that way is something that I don't take lightly.
Young players on defense are learning from you, and I'm sure the wide receivers are as well.
I'm trying to learn from them guys. Those guys, Pookie and Cooper, those guys are great. As well as Tutu, DeMarcus Robinson. We played against each other in college, so it's good to be on the team with him because we've been battling ever since like 2013 in college. Mm-hmm. So it's good to be on the other side. But I would say it's definitely going to be something that that's going to help us out in the long run, having two great receivers like that to battle with each and every day in practice. It always is going to bring out the best in everybody. It's going to be the best, good for us as DBs and good for them.
As a corner, when you look at Cooper Kupp, like what sets him apart? I know he's got a lot that he wants to do this year too.
When I first got here, he was the first person to reach out. For to text me and welcome me. We're in the same draft class, so it's always that mutual respect.
It's the beers, I think, that you guys have, the bond. No.
But I would say it's just his attention to detail.
Okay.
The way he works, the text. I could tell the off season from him being in the building every day, just how he lifts weights. He works on his craft. He'd be outside on his own, working on his stuff. You could just tell the great players that how much time they put in and how much they really care. You could tell whenever, something don't go his way, you could tell like the body language shows like that he really cares.
Right.
And that what makes the great players great. The ones that can mentally lock in and be able to block out all the noise and go out there no matter what's the situation and be able to hone in on their craft and pay attention to detail.
Trey, you're an all-pro. At one point, you were the best in the game. You're talking about the groundwork you laid. How can you not think you'd have interest?
That's why I say I've been in the same place for so long, so I'd never been outside the locker room to know how other players view me and how other coaches view me. The only thing that I've known was how everybody in Orchard Park viewed me. So once I got into the locker room and walked to my locker, and I couldn't even sit down, and I had like 2 or 3 guys in my face like, I can't believe you here, like, you finna turn our team up. But they don't know, they really turned me up because I felt wanted here. And whenever I had a decision to make, I wanted to be a place that was authentic, a place that where people wanted me and embraced me. And on a visit here, that's all I felt. It felt just real, and it felt like a place that wanted me to be here and wanted me for me. So for that, I'm forever grateful to the Rams for this opportunity, because coming off the injury that I came off of, I didn't know.
What's the biggest difference from Buffalo to here?
I would say just the I would say the age of the team, as far as like the defense. Young guys like I said before, like I've never been in a situation where I got the most years on the defense. As far as like, so when we was in the defense, I'll give you a quick story. So we in the defensive back room. Like the first couple weeks of OTAs, and Coach Aubrey, he was going around. We have this thing called glue, which is great leaders unite everyone. So leaders
unite everyone. Okay.
So this is how we start out the day. So we basically, Coach get a feel of the room is glue. It's a glue. So this is how we start conversation and how, we get a gauge of how everybody's feeling throughout the day.
That.
So it's a way to connect. It's the way that, you learn your teammates. And I love that because I want to get to know who I'm going to battle with. Because I know if I know who I'm going to war with, that makes me go a little bit harder because I love who I'm going to war with. I really got an actual care for the person next to me. But so he got around and asking guys, the ages and things like that, what year they were born.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm in the back of the room. So he gets to going and a couple guys going, 1999, 98, a couple 99s. It was like 2000, 2001, 2002, and I was in the back of the room. I was like, man, I just hope he kind of like skip over me. I don't know.
Do you understand that what are you, 29?
29, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave if you're worried about being seen as old. But that's.
But you know how they.
Of course.
What's the stigma with the football
yes,
thing?
Of
so,
course.
So when it got to me, I was like, 95, and all the young guys was like, Unc.
Of course.
It was like, dang, Unc. So I kind of looked around, trying to see who they was talking to. They was like, yeah, we talking to you.
Yeah.
But that dynamic is great. Like just being in a room with these young guys. I mean, just the way that they do things. They always on their phone. They want to be on the Instagram and on the social media. But these guys are rejuvenating me. I would say.
You and Instagram, you and everything gone. Why?
I like to be in touch with real life on a day-to-day basis. I want to really just be in the moment. I don't want to go online and kind of, because when you're online, I feel like you can go down that rabbit hole of scrolling for hours, and I feel like I got more to give to the world than just be strolling online. And I want to live life in real life and go out and do things, experience things in real time. And I feel like the social media thing probably was taken away from that. And ever since I've not been on it, I've been living a great life and been enjoying myself and not worried about anything going on. And I don't keep up with no news or anything. So most of the news that gets to me, I get.
You hear about it from the young kids.
The young boys that's going on.
They're lucky to have you. I gotta say, I'm really happy to see you.
Man, I'm happy to see you too.
I'm happy that you seem happy, really happy.
I am, because I'm a place where like I said, they wanted me. They really wanted me because I went through this phase where it's like I don't know what the next chapter is gonna hold. So I'm just gonna enjoy family, enjoy my time, and but the Rams just kept calling and kept pressing and really wanted me, and I was like, if somebody's doing that, that's a sign. And then another thing was the team doctor, Dr. Elitraz, he did my surgery, and he was the team doctor here, so that was another plus. So I was like, it's a sign, and everything has been pointed up towards, and these guys have been taking care of me, been doing a great job. The strength staff, the training staff.
Reggie, shout out to Reggie.
Reggie is great. Reggie great,
You're not
Mark
just here
great.
to be uncle in the back of the room, though. You're here to shut down offenses.
For sure.
Where are you in your health process?
Okay, so I'm around 9 months post-op, so I'm still in the recovery phase of getting up to speed, getting out here and practice. It was my first time playing football since October 1st, so I was a little nervous. So the first day of practice, going out, a little nervous. So I was so nervous I grabbed 2 left gloves. So I didn't have no gloves on the first day of practice.
I would say that's right. I can do it with 2 left gloves. That's how good I am. My name's Tre'Davious White. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to the season, but I'm enjoying the process.
You've missed so much football. I've missed watching you. I've been looking at this. After the past couple of years in injury, I think I had it written down how much time you've missed and how many games. What do you what's motivating you? What do you want? What do you want to accomplish, especially knowing what it's like to be at that top level?
I was talking to one of my teammates about this last night, Cam Curl. We had a long talk.
Cool.
We're roommates at camp now, so it's sort of different. You got to share a bathroom.
First day of school.
Share a shower.
It's different.
But I was telling him, my first few years in the league, I was having a great start to my career, off to few Pro Bowls, All Pros. My fifth year, same thing. I was off to another All Pro.
This is easy.
All Pro Bowl year in week 12, 2021. That go down in New Orleans, ACL, and I just feel like the injuries in the middle of those few years, I feel like it kind of robbed me of a stellar career. And that's the hurtful part, because I put so much into it, so much time, so much effort, sacrificed so much time away from family, never cheated the game ever, never shortchanged the grind. All I ever knew was put my head down and go to work. And I knew that with hard work and dedication, no matter the timing of it, I knew success was going to come. But these 2 injuries, the last 2 out of 3 years, have really challenged my phase, challenged me, everything, just my calling. And now just coming back and the way that I battled back, I would say just like I've learned to give myself some grace, because, you know, as much as, you know, you work hard and give yourself and try to invest in this game, it don't have to love you back. And that's the hardest thing that I have to learn, that no matter how much work you put into it, it can be gone in a second like that. So I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful, because this could be gone, but now, I mean, I'm still going. And
I gotta tell you,
I get emotional talking about it, because
I understand.
I put so much into it.
I understand,
Like,
and you went through a lot
so
of
much
you're
sacrifice.
Saying, but that's growth,
Yeah.
right? That's the test of faith, all of that. And I gotta tell you, you love the game so much. The game loves you back.
Yeah.
The Rams love you back.
Yeah.
These fans are gonna love you back.
Yeah.
Go lock up. I want to see you out here locking up Stafford, locking up Cup, locking everybody up, and I'll see you. I have a feeling I'm gonna see y'all in New Orleans. That's just how I feel.
Look, that sounds great. You know, that'll be a great gift to myself, to go out there. New Orleans in a place where, you know, I had a devastating injury, but to go out there and to end it like that, that'll be great, man.
Last one for you. You got the Bills. They're coming to town this season in LA at SoFi. Where does that put your head? What do you want? What do you want? Who do you want to face? What does it feel like?
I want to win. Obviously, I want to win for my team, but you know, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, of things put out there before the game to try to make it bigger than what it is. But ultimately, you know, it's gonna go out there once the game starts. It's 11 against 11.
It's not big to you? You don't have that game circled, Trey?
I don't.
All right.
I don't have it circled, but I would say, like, the people there, the relationships that I built there, they're gonna last a lifetime.
Yeah. We'll see once you pick off Josh Allen. I don't know if he's gonna say,
pick
I
off
love
Josh
you.
Allen,
I love
you know.
Tre'Davious White.
The Bills love me so much. I'm pretty sure I pick off Josh Allen, they're gonna cheer for me a little bit too.
Oh, take that, J.A. All right, Trey, great to see you.
It's great to see you
Happy to
too.
see you healthy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's a beautiful interview. I feel like I just went to church or something. This is great.